Baik, selamat malam semua. Terima kasih telah hadir di acara webinar ini. Terima kasih juga ke Bu Ronawati yang mana sudah kita bersama melakukan kegiatan ini selama 3 tahun berturut-turut. Dan kita bisa tahun depan juga akan melakukan hal yang sama. Saya izin share screen dulu. Screen. Ya. Jadi kita mulai aja. Nah, ini sedikit peraturan. Jadi mohon tulis nama Anda sesuai registrasi. Peserta akan di-mute. Kalau ada pertanyaan, bisa ketik di chat atau raise your hand dan bicara. Ya, nanti kita ada sesi Q&A. Sebagai sedikit perkenalan terhadap Bu Ronawati Wongso, beliau adalah seorang CFA Charter Holder dan sangat aktif, relawan aktif di CFA Society Indonesia. Beliau adalah seorang CEO dari Rantai Breakthrough Consulting, business consultant specializing in profit optimization and company turnaround. Dia ada pengalaman 30 tahun sebagai business leader dan 20 tahun sebagai CFO di berbagai industri. Beliau sudah membantu meningkatkan company profit, optimize profit, dan turnaround companies. Beliau juga seorang penulis buku Company Makeover for Massive Profits. Ini bisa dicari di Tokopedia atau langsung ke websitenya Bu Rona, rantaibusinessacademy.com. Ya, saya rasa itu dulu. Nanti kita akan dengarkan testimonial dari Dr. Putih. Ya, silakan Bu Rona.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to see you and also your eagerness to learn this event about public speaking made easy. Public speaking is an important part of the skill that we need to master. And maybe your question is, why is it important? Why public speaking is important to all of us, all of you? Well, public speaking is important as you can open the doors, build confidence, and amplify your voice. And today, I will share with you how to make public speaking made easy. But before I start, I would like to introduce myself. I am Ronawati Wongso, and I have 30 years business experience and 20 years as CFO. And my specialization is profit optimization and company turnaround specialist. And I am a Toastmaster member since 2019, and I'm triple DTM. Maybe you ask what is DTM, I can explain later. And I have been the Division B Director, Area B2 Director, and Club President. I am also an author of a book, Company Makeover for Massive Profits. And in terms of education, I got my MBA from University of Texas, Austin, and also BSBA from USC, Los Angeles. And I'm also a CFA charter holder. Now the question, what is your biggest challenge in public speaking? Anyone would like to volunteer? What is your biggest challenge in public speaking? Please unmute yourself or you can type in the chat. Let's see. Stuttering, yes, because we are nervous, so we are stuttering. The challenge most of us is fear, lack of self-confidence. Am I right? Afraid I will say something silly. Yes, judgment, right? Well, I think you are not alone. It's the same that I experienced when I first learned about public speaking. Yes, worrying about what people think, that's judgment. So today, I will help you to make your public speaking made easy. So our agenda today is I will introduce, which I did, and then the three points: overcoming fear, structuring a compelling speech, connecting with your audience, and then I will introduce about Toastmaster Speechcraft, and Putty will give testimonial, and then a summary. So let's go. The power of communication. Before we dive in, let's take a moment to recognize the power of communication. Let's recognize that the power of communication brings a lot of benefits to us, but I will only highlight 3 benefits. The first is, with the power of communication, we can build leadership. We can bridge between, and we can make connections whether in personal or professional setting. Do you agree? Yes, yeah. And the second is influencing others, because a well-delivered message can inspire action, drive change, and motivate people. I think we can see the day-to-day practice of this is when we present and have a proposal, whether to our shareholders, to our boss, then our influence skill really matters on how our proposal can get accepted. And the third is achieving success, from career growth to personal confidence. Communication is really the core of many successes in life. Now the question is, I said, well, the biggest challenge is probably overcoming fear. And how do we overcoming fear? How do we build confidence? Well, I think first of all, we have to understand about fear. Every one of us experience fear, but fear will diminish with practice and preparation. Do you agree? When you have more practice, when you know more about your subject, then you feel more confidence and you overcome your fear. But I have 3 practical tips. One is take a deep breath. And second is shift your focus. And the third is start small. It means, what does it mean, start small? It means start small in your audience. Don't start with a big audience and unfamiliar audience. So start small with people you know and practice, 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 and then you get bigger and bigger audience. Now let's delve into structuring a compelling speech. Our title is Public Speaking Made Easy. So I would like to share with you the rule of 3, which is introduction, body, and conclusion. In any speech, whether it's a short speech or a long speech, we need to have these 3 rules: introduction, body, and conclusions. What's the purpose of the introduction? The introduction is to hook your audience to pay attention of what is coming, that they will listen to you. And it can be in the form of question, it could be a rhetorical question, humor, quotation, or maybe backstory, a setting. And then the body itself, then you share about the main content of your speech. And here we also use the rule of 3. So if you have many contents, just try to summarize it into 3 points, because that is the number that people will remember. If you have too many points, people will get lost. Yeah, so you just put 1, 2, 3, or the first, the second, and the third. And the third is about conclusion. In the conclusion, I would suggest that you make a summary or you bring a strong message and a call to action. In any speech, the most important is the message, because a story or a speech without a message is like not too meaningful to many people. So we would like to have the key takeaway for the audience to bring home. And then the second question is crafting an opening hook. This is the one that I just shared with you about storytelling, a surprising fact, a question, humor, and a quote. For example, in this speech, I could say, what is the number one fear that people experience? It's not that. What is it? Public speaking. Yes, public speaking is the number one fear that people experience. You can also ask a question. How do you feel when you have to stand up and do your public speaking? Or what's your biggest challenge in public speaking? Like I stated or asked the question at the beginning. And the third is ending strong, call to action, or memorable conclusion. Because the message is very important. Usually when I mentor a protege, I always mention to them, try to write your speech and practice. With practice and prepare, you gain more confidence and you can speak easier. It makes your public speaking easy. And I usually practice at least 10 times about my speech. And then I practice without any script, and then I put an outline. It may not be the same as what you wrote, but at least with an outline, you know what the main points that you need to talk about. If you have any questions, please do write in the chat and I will try to answer your questions at the end. Yeah? Okay, now, as I mentioned about connecting with your audience, we need to have connection with the audience. Why? So that people usually are interested when we get to know the audience more, engage the audience, ask questions, have a good eye contact. Do you agree? And then interactive elements. So that's why I ask questions. So you get engaged, you get more interested, and you would listen more of what is coming in the speech. Public speaking made easy. So the first we need is to learn about the fundamental. Yeah. And the fundamental is about the structure of a speech, which contain of the opening, the body, and the conclusion. And then not only that, we need to understand or to have a purpose in our speech. And there are 4 purposes, which is to inform, to entertain, to motivate, and to inspire. When you know your speech purpose clearly, then you can structure your speech easier to get your message across to your audience. And what is also very important is about your vocal variety and also your body language. And the second is practice. As I said, practice make progress. Practice make perfect. We need to practice and practice. But here, if we don't have any community of mode to practice, then sometimes we are kind of lost. Where do I practice? I will help you on where you can practice your public speaking. And the third, in order to improve anything, we need to give and receive feedback. By giving feedback, we know what a good speech is. And by receiving feedback, we know what we need to improve. And then we need to continuously learning and also community support. All of you probably understand, well, that I know. But how can I do it? Because if you go to any English courses, you learn about grammar, vocabulary, and probably a little bit of conversation, but not really public speaking. And you can do it in a real time, real life, and practice every week or whenever you want. Well, no worry. So I would like to introduce you to Toastmaster Speechcraft. Toastmaster, maybe I will introduce you first to what is Toastmaster and then what is Speechcraft, because Toastmaster is a non-profit organization in public speaking and leadership, and Speechcraft is a mini workshop by Toastmaster. Toastmaster International is already a century old last year, 2024. So imagine this organization is more than 100 years old. And it has about 300,000 members in 149 countries with 15,800 plus clubs. And Toastmaster is not for-profit organization. It's a family, it's a networking place, and a place to make mistakes, learn and grow, and a place to learn how to be a great leader, a place to improve public speaking. Now let me share with you about Toastmaster Speechcraft. Toastmaster Speechcraft is a mini workshop of Toastmaster, and you will learn about the basic communication skills. And Toastmaster Speechcraft will be held in 7 sessions, and each session consists of table topics, prepare speech, and evaluation. So as I mentioned earlier, public speaking made easy. You need to prepare your speech and practice and getting feedback and evaluation. And probably your question is, what is table topic and why do we need it? Well, table topic is an impromptu speech. It's only 1 to 2 minutes, and it helps you practice to answer questions without preparation. So just imagine when you meet someone in an elevator, when you have a job interview, or when you are in a social setting. Well, prepare speech is done basically on a project, and the module will be provided if you join Speechcraft and Toastmaster. And every time you deliver your speech, you will get an evaluation. Isn't it a wonderful experience to deliver your speech and you get people to listen and give you evaluation for your improvement? Now, if you join Toastmaster Speechcraft, what you will get? Maybe that's your question. Well, as I said, Speechcraft is a mini workshop by Toastmaster. It will give you an online module. It's very structured. And for each sessions, you will get an education sessions, which means in addition to the online module, which you can learn, self-learn, you will get an education session where a speaker will be invited to the session and give you more explanation about how to structure your speech, what is the purpose of your speech, your body language, vocal variety, how to evaluate. So you learn about the basic communication skill. And then you will get a mentor and you get to practice to deliver your speech and give and receive feedback, and also Toastmaster membership for 6 months. I would like to invite Putih, who has joined Speechcraft and now an active member of Toastmaster to give testimonial. Putih, time is yours.
Thank you, Burona. So good evening, everyone. I'm Putih. Have you ever had that moment in a meeting where your brain is just full of ideas, but your mouth says, so yeah, or worse, when you start speaking and halfway through, you realize that even you don't know where you're going at it. That's me. That was me, a professional in meetings, but an amateur in making my point. But don't worry, I've come a long way since then. Thanks to Speechcraft by Toastmasters. Thanks to Burona that introduced me the Toastmasters Club. And I'm here to tell you how it might change you too. Well, I'll admit, I didn't join Toastmasters because I wanted to be the next Barack Obama. Of course not. I joined because I keep finding myself in a situation where I had to give some speeches. But I could only manage one or two short sentences, or worse, with my brain wandering, trying to put words together, and nothing as expected will come out. Sounds familiar with you? Ouch, right? Toastmasters seemed like the perfect place to learn how to speak my mind clearly. And guess what? It really worked on me. Let me share the 3 superpowers I gained from Toastmasters, especially from the fellow Toastmasters during each weekly events. First, clarity of thought. I learned to get to the point without starting every sentence with so. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, second, authentic presence. Before Speechcraft, I thought good speakers just wing it. Turns out they practice so much, like what Burona said, that their audience thinks that they're winging it. I did that too, and it is a big difference. Third, confidence in action. My first impromptu speaking challenge, it was like a drum ringing, my heartbeat. But once I started, I realized that confidence isn't something you're born with. It's just built when you step out of your comfort zone. So, okay, this is a pillar, and you'll learn about it in Toastmasters Club. My first IBO was international, and so was the second. I represented my company in hybrid setup, both online and in a room full of seasoned professionals from many countries all over the world. These were people who expected clarity and authority. I'll be honest, I was nervous, thinking, what if I mess up? And yes, I became that slight robot, sticking too much to my script, trying hard to appear flexible and engaging, but it didn't feel natural. After discovering Toastmasters, I found myself saying, I wish I had known about this earlier. If I had, I know I could have done better during one of the biggest milestones in my professional career. Now, Alhamdulillah, I've transformed the way I approach these high-stakes situations. Here's the thing. You don't need to born a great speaker. Trust me, I used to think I could fake everything by sound smart. Spoiler alert, that doesn't work. Speechcraft is where you learn to replace these kind of fillers, like the so then with powerful pauses and also articulate your thought with confidence. Whether you are a CEO, a manager, or just someone like me who wants to feel less awkward during big presentation, this is for you. Before I wrap up, let me leave you with this. Good communication isn't about using fancy words or sounding perfect. It's about making people understand you and feel connected. Even a simple nod during the meeting. So if you're ready to transform the way you speak, connect, or even lead, join us at Toastmasters. And remember, the only thing you lose is your fear of public speaking. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Putih, for your testimonial. Putih joined Speechcraft about a year and a half ago, about 2 years ago, and then become an active Toastmaster. She was a corporate secretary of one of the publicly listed company, but now she has her own consultancy firm, and I'm very proud of her because she has transformed her life, and I see the progress in her public speaking. Don't you all agree that she did a great job with sharing with you the benefit of Speechcraft and Toastmaster? Let's give her a round of applause. Yay!
So much, Burona. Yes,
Thank you, Putih.
I do change thanks to you. So this is actually goes to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Putih. Thank you. Okay, now let me continue. Thank you, Putih. Let me continue with sharing the screen about what is next. Did you see it? Okay. So I would like to summarize about our webinar or about our topic, public speaking made easy. Your ability to communicate effectively will leave a lasting impact on your audience. Communication skill or public speaking skill is an important part of our professional life or personal life. Effectively communicating involves not only delivering a message, but also resonating with the experiences, values, and emotion of those listening. So that's why we need body language, we need vocal variety, we need to have expression, and also we need to have eye contact. And then that we all will learn in Speechcraft and also in Toastmaster. You just imagine when somebody just reading a script, what do you experience? Get bored, right? So we want to be an interesting speaker whom people love to listen to. Now let me share with you the final tips and takeaway. So learn about the fundamental of public speaking. Consistent rehearsal, because this is key. You need to practice, practice, and practice. But without a community, it's very difficult for you to practice alone. And then you practice audience, give and receive feedback, and continuous improvement. Now, maybe you ask, yes, it sounds very interesting. I'm so eager to join Speechcraft and Toastmaster. So how do I join Toastmaster and what do I get? Speechcraft will be in English because I think there is a questions. Somebody asked, is it in Indonesia or English? It's in English, but if you are not too familiar with English and you'd like to speak in Indonesian, is also welcome. Yeah, this is not an English course because this is about public speaking. So what is more important is public speaking. Yeah. And then it will meet every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. This one is WIB ya, waktu Indonesia Barat or GMT +7 from 8 February to 22nd March. It's 7 sessions, it's 2 hours each. And it will be online via Zoom. So if you live anywhere, you can just join Speechcraft. And the investment is 1,750,000 for public and 1,250,000 for CFA charter holder and candidates, because CFA Society see the benefits of the member will get by joining this Speechcraft. So it gives you 500,000 subsidy. So it means if you are a CFA charter holder, then you just pay 1,250,000. And actually, Rahmat already joined Speechcraft as well. So that's why he recommend this, and CFA support for the members and candidates to join this Speechcraft, because he experienced that it's very, very useful. It's very structured. So it's not like, I would say it's not like toko kelontong, yeah, because everything is in the module, is already structured. You know every step of the way on how to learn public speaking. And then it includes 6 months Toastmasters membership. So after you finish with the 7 sessions of Speechcraft, then you will continue your journey in Toastmaster, because Speechcraft is like the level 1 of Toastmaster. In each pathway in Speechcraft, in Toastmaster, there are 5 levels, and Speechcraft is only level 1. So as you progress, you want to learn more. So by joining Toastmaster, which is already included in the investment that you pay, then you will move to a more advanced stage of your public speaking skill. So to join or to register for the Speechcraft, you can click on the link provided by Rahmat, or you can scan the QR code here. So I would like to say thank you, and we are open for the Q&A. So please, I will put this slide up for a moment, or maybe Rahmat will share for the slide. So I will put it down on this one. Yeah.
It's the same slide. Okay, I can share for a while. There's a raise hand from Salsabila.
Yes, Salsabila, please.
Okay. Hello, Miss. My name is Salsabila. I want to ask 2 questions about the public speaking. For the first is, when you like meet the new person and like new people, sometimes I get anxiety and something like that, and how you overcome the anxiety. And for the second question is, for me, I think I'm a quite confident person, but sometimes my problem in public speaking is like I'm too to the point sometimes. Like I cannot longer for the some word because I'm too very to the point, something like that. Thank you.
Okay, I think the first question is, how do you overcome your fear, your anxiety, right? We all have
Yes.
anxiety when we do the public speaking. But as I mentioned, with practice, because in Toastmaster and Speechcraft, you have to practice actually. One is in the table topic. It means like somebody asks you questions and then you have to answer it impromptu without any preparation. It's only 1 to 2 minutes. So with practice and practice, then you will get less fear, but with more practice, finally you will get very easy. Yeah. And then the second is about being a direct person. How can you do a longer speech? Actually, I am also a direct person. I think if you notice, I talk very directly. But when I first joined Toastmaster, I was kind of wondering and also say, wow, everybody is a good storyteller, and I couldn't tell any story, nothing special about my life that I could share my story. But then as I practice and practice, we look at the story. We don't need to see a very big story like extraordinary story, but we look at everyday life that we experience, and we take the message of that experience and we tell it in the form of storytelling. and we get practice. So not to worry. So if you are a direct person like me, not to worry, you will get to practice about delivering your speech and you learn about storytelling. Do I answer your question, Salsabila?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe Putih can also share her experience.
Okay, thank you, Burona. Well, actually, Salsabila, I was also like that. But when I'm in the Toastmasters Club, especially during the weekly events, well, when you're surrounded with the people that exactly like you, somehow my level of confidence is just raised. And then the next week, when I come again to the meeting, I feel so much better than I was last week. And that's what happened to me. That's why I keep coming and keep coming. And then at that time, my schedule was better than now. So I get fully benefit out of it and so much relief that, well, I'm a better person. I'm a different person now. That's my experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Putih. I hope it answered your question, Salsabila.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else would like to ask questions? So in this Toastmaster Speechcraft, you will be guided every step of the way because you will get a mentor who will help you. So if you have any questions, someone can answer it. And if you need encouragement, someone will be there for you. And if let's say that this is your first speech, you want someone to review your speech before you deliver it, then your mentor will do it for you. So it will make it easy for you to transition. So that's why we have a Speechcraft and then we transition into Toastmaster, because with Speechcraft, you will be guided like hand holding. You know, you have someone mentoring you one-to-one. So it will make your life easy and make your public speaking easy. I will share about my phone number if anyone would like to contact me. Yeah, this is my phone number. And I'm also in LinkedIn. You can search Ronawati Wongso, or in Instagram, Ronawati Wongso, and you can WhatsApp me for any question you have. And I think Rahmat share the link, or you can scan the QR code for the registration. Do you have any more questions? I was one of the Speechcraft guide. Yes, E.T. was one of the Speechcraft guide, I think about 2 years ago, yeah, E.T., yeah. Thank you. Any more questions? If not, I will give the control to Rahmat, yeah, our CFA Society Indonesia Executive Director. Thank you.
Baik, terima kasih Bu Rona. Teman-teman kalau ada pertanyaan lagi silakan unmute dan bicara aja. Saya juga mau ingatkan buat para CFA candidates maupun CFA charter holder, kami support ya, sangat mendukung ini program Bu Ronawati. Ini sudah tahun ketiga kami mendukung. Kami kasih subsidi 500.000. Jadi tinggal bayar aja, daftar dan bayar 1.250.000. Ya, kelasnya akan mulai kapan, Bu? Rona?
Mulai tanggal 8 September, setiap Sabtu ya. Untuk 7 sesi mulai 8 Februari sampai 22 Maret.
Ya, jadi subsidinya agak terbatas. Jadi siapa yang cepat yang dapat. Baik, kalau tidak ada pertanyaan lagi, terima kasih Dr. Putih dan Bu Rona. Sampai jumpa lagi kesempatan mendatang.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih
Terima
semua.
kasih semuanya. Sampai jumpa.
Terima kasih, Pak Rahmat. Terima kasih semuanya.
Terima kasih Putih. Terima kasih Rahmat. Terima kasih Dewi. Dan terima kasih teman-teman semua. Sampai jumpa.
Sampai jumpa.